Hello and welcome to Rails Run as we preview the purest favourite race day of the year, Victoria Derby Day. It's a done deal and super cool. They renew acquaintances in the main race of the day. And we've also got the last minute scramble for horses to qualify for Tuesday's Melbourne Cup. That'll be through the McKinnon and the Lexus. So joining me once again are Alan Iskander from Betstar and Andrew Eddy from The Age. Welcome, gents.
Thanks, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Alan, looking at the Derby, if you looked this time last week, it's a done deal, almost black caviar odds. He gets beaten, and now look what happened with the betting.
Yeah, absolutely. There was excuses for him getting beaten last weekend at Moonee Valley as well. But he's still dominating the market. It touched $3, came back into $2.90, back out to $3 again. Was as short as even money after winning the Spring Champion Stakes and beating Prassier. Second favourite is Honor Ice, is $7. Hoverstan, $8 into $7.50. Super Cool is a $7 chance. Electric Fusion's been spec'd, $13 into $11. And Sabasio is $17.
Well, Andrew, let's get a tips. I know you've been on It's a Done Deal for a while. Is it still a done deal for you?
Yeah, I got a bit worried, I reckon, the other day. He raced flat. He looked a bit flat. He took a while to pull up after the run. Pull up well after the run. I just wonder if it's all come to an end for him. If not, he'll win easily. And look, I'm sort of judging him on Helenas of 10 years ago. He was dominant during the spring in his early races, as was this horse. Then came to the Derby Day and had to fight to win, and I think he'll probably do the same thing. I've got him on top from Honorius, the Sydney horse. I think he's a terrific chance of certainly running in the trifecta. Super Cool, and I think the value bet might be Subiasso. I think of Robbie Lang's. It ran home really well in the Norman Robertson.
Yeah. Well, Alan, which way is the Betstar team leading in the Derby?
Well, I think it's a really wide open race, to be honest. There's a couple of chinks in the armour that hadn't appeared. It's a Done Deal, which now have appeared. But we can't split It's a Done Deal and Honor Ice. We just think there's nothing in between the two. Super Cool for third. And for value, we've gone for Nissos. It's $41 chance or something like that. So a little each way bet, and I don't think you can go too far wrong there.
Okay, well, let's now move to the Melbourne Cup hopefuls, trying to get into the race now through the Lexus and the McKinnon. Alan, we'll start with the McKinnon, and there's a couple of non-qualified Cup runners here in Prairie Star and Back in Black.
Yeah, absolutely, but the market's still dominated by Ocean Parker, Cox Plate winner. Going for 5 on the trot. I think 5 Group 1s on the trot in this preparation, which is amazing. And its win in the Cox Plate was fantastic. I had to do a lot of hard work in order to try and catch All Too Hard, and did. And I think they beat third by 3 or 4 or 5 lengths or something like that. So this horse could be anything. It's $1.65 into $1.60. Elko Pop, great run in the Caulfield Cup, $5 chance. December Draw, $7.50. Back to 2,000 will absolutely suit. Glass Harmonium, if it gets out of the gate, could be a chance, $11.
And from a tipping point of view, who are you on?
From a tipping point of view, we're tipping Ocean Park to win. December Draw to run second. We've got Elko Pop and then Glass Harmonium.
Andrew, Alan did touch on Glass Harmonium. You just never know if he's actually going to jump. He's an absolute barrier rogue.
Well, yeah, for someone making a speed map, he's impossible to judge because he makes the pace or there's a false pace because everyone's looking around thinking, well, where is he when he misses the start?
So in the gate.
A lot hinges on what he does. Look, Ocean Park will win. He'll win off any speed. Fast or slow, it won't really matter. I think Alcopop's absolutely flying. They've done nothing wrong. Took the best stayer going around at the moment to beat him in the Caulfield Cup. December Draw, he's got such a good record at Flemington over that 2,000 metres. You think he can bounce back off that Caulfield Cup run. And I think Prairie Star's the sneaky go. He really looked like he needed the run at Caulfield the other day. Loomed up to win. I know this is jumping up to a Group 1 class, but I think he's got a bit to offer Prairie Star.
He did hit the front the other day, didn't he?
He did, and he was going to go on with it until the weight of my money dragged him back into 4th place.
Well, there's a weight of your money in this race as well, because then the McKinnon's been 26 into 21, so there has been specking for
me as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, gents, let's move on to the Lexus, and this is a race I really can't wait for. 13 runners, all of them trying to get into the Melbourne Cup by winning this race. Only one can and earn their way. So, Alan, how's the betting looking?
Yeah, as you'd expect, Gatewood's dominating that market. It's been $2.60 out to $2.80, back into $2.70. I mean, this horse should have probably won the Herbert Power, won really well in the Geelong Cup and deserves favouritism here. Excluded $6, Dare to Dream $7.50, Exceptionally $7.50. Tanby $9 and Collini $13. We're leaning towards Gatewood. We think it's a really seriously good horse and should win this. Excluded to run second, Tanby third, and Dare to Dream to run in fourth.
Yeah, okay, we've tipped a couple of favourites now, Andrew, but can you give us one at a bit of value, maybe to force their one way into the Melbourne Cup?
I'm a little bit worried Gatewood is going to be well found by the punters. He's going to get in pretty short. He probably should run favourite, certainly, but he might be taking pretty skinny odds about him. So I've gone for Collini, the Chris Waller imported stayer. Was terrific winning the Colin Stephen up there over a mile and a half, and then ran second to Glencadam Gold in the Metro. People are probably going to say that's not such a great performance now, but Glencadam Gold absolutely dominated from the front that day, like he couldn't do in the Caulfield Cup. This was the only horse to make any ground. He's a tough stayer. I really like him at the $13. I'm going to back him each way. Gatewood's clearly the danger. I think exceptionally back to Flemington's going to make a big difference for her, and with a more genuine pace, the Geelong Cup was no good for her. And Tanby's certainly a threat in this race as well.
Well, let's round things out with some specials for the week. Alan, which favourite are you going to take on in your lay of the day at Flemington on Saturday?
I think we've chosen to take on How Much Do You Love Me? I mean, its win at Caulfield was great. There's no doubt about that. But it is up 2.5 kilos and in a much harder race. So at around an even money chance, I think we'll be happy to open up the shoulders and take it on.
When it comes to your best bet of the day, Alan, your luck certainly ran out last week. Midas Touch could not get near the rail last week, so we'll forget that one. You're 2 out of 3, not too bad. What's your tip of the week?
So tip of the week is going to be Gatewood. I'm sticking with the internationals. They haven't gone too far wrong. As I touched on earlier, its run in the Herbert Power was good, probably should have won, and the run in the Geelong Cup was good. So let's get on Gatewood. I think it gets itself into the Melbourne Cup, and I think will be a show in the Melbourne Cup.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, let's give us one big special. I know there's one you're really keen on for Saturday and your bet of the day.
No, I saw it at the track on Tuesday morning, galloped down the track. It's Nikita. It's race 4, number 11 in the Coolmore. She'll win.
Just wins.
Yep, just wins.
Unbelievable. There we go. You heard it first.
Short and sweet. I love it.
Back it. Just back it. Okay, well, that's it for this week, punters. Don't forget, we've got live Derby Day coverage on theage.com.au from 8 a.m. on Saturday. You can also join us next week when we preview Tuesday's Melbourne Cup. We'll have form and betting analysis on every Melbourne Cup runner. Until then, good punting.